Welcome again to Joe's Sonner Boxing, and welcome to the weekend. It's always a nice thought, isn't it? Let's talk about Frank Warren, TalkSport, and Tyson Fury because, excuse me, as you know, I'm sure you know, Warren, quote unquote, ambushed Adam Catterall at the end of the Magnificent Seven show and berated him, and then TalkSport came back with a very sort of softly, strokey beard, furrow brow sort of reaction. They weren't getting stuck into Frank at all. And some people say, well, hang on a minute, you're using the word ambush, which I have done. Oh, I've suggested it anyway. I think he probably did ambush him somewhat. But they're saying, well, hang on a minute, if you're going to talk crap on a radio show, you should be able to defend yourself. And I actually agree with that too. I get that point. Yeah, you're right. I'll give you that one, definitely. But there is one thing, when people talk about Warren and all his sort of obscurantist crap that he often talks, the way he likes to spin the narrative, the way he's, shall we say, disingenuous. Don't want to get sued by Uncle Frank, do we? No, we don't. We'll use the word disingenuous. When you consider all that stuff, it takes, it's so difficult to sort of go through the fact that he jumps from subject to subject, and he's anything that's 50-50, he'll be very sort of vague about it, and, you've really got to know your stuff to stand Frank on his head over what he's saying. Well, actually, you don't. If I had a tip for people, it would be, there's a simple way of refuting what Frank Warren says, and that is that you simply take Tyson Fury at his word. Okay, so if you go back a year, 2 years, 10 years, you take Tyson Fury at his own word, and essentially you hang him with his own quotes. Because as we know, Fury lies through his teeth, contradicts himself immeasurably, and therefore it's not difficult to sort of tie up Tyson Fury. So, with Frank, if Frank was to say, well, he never ducked Alexander Usyk, well, he didn't want to fight him, did he, Frank? What do you mean didn't want to fight him? How dare you? Well, no, actually, he said that. He said that. Or are you saying that the guy you promote and that can do no wrong in your eyes, has done no wrong, is lying? Or that he's changed his mind, perhaps? You tell me. So that would put Frank on the back foot. And then you say, well, what about all the moving of the goalposts during the initial Usyk earlier this year, the Usyk negotiations? He never did that. He never moved the goalpost, didn't he, Frank? Well, he first of all he said 40%, and he did a little mini video saying that, and then he said no, 30% because that's all you're worth. Did he change his mind, or was he lying, Frank? Was he lying? Let's hear it from you. Come on, he's your guy. You tell us. Well, I don't know. You get the point I'm making here. If you consistently quote Fury to Warren, the onus is then on him to find receipts. That's the modern vernacular. I'm going to find some receipts to refute what you're saying. No, Tyson. Well, he didn't mean that. Well, he said it. What are you saying, that we shouldn't take him seriously when he speaks? He's your guy, Frank. You tell us. So all this stuff, and of course the obvious one is on that Netflix documentary with the Joshua thing. Well, he declined it, didn't he, Frank? Well, what do you mean he declined it? Well, we saw it on the Netflix documentary. You and others, and Queensbury, you were saying, give us a bit more time and we'll sort out the Joshua fight. And he was like, no, 5 o'clock. Was it November the 7th? I can't remember. I can't never remember if it was November the 7th or November the 11th. Whichever date it was. Well, he was on the documentary saying that. Saying, no, it's got to be 5 o'clock, otherwise the deal's off. And actually, Adam Catterall did say that during that post-Magnificent Seven thing. And Warren just went, oh, do me a favour. Oh, no, don't brush it under the carpet. Catterall should have said, hang on a minute, no, you answer that. Hold Tyson Fury to his word. If you do that, number one, he's got absolutely no kickback, other than to sort of call you a sausage or say you're a dosser or whatever, which is fine, he'll do that anyway. And number two, his fanboys, who are dumber than dog shit, they won't have any comeback either. We know about... Look, put it this way, how do you define a Tyson Fury fanboy from someone who is simply you know, supporting him. And you're entitled to support Tyson Fury. I think he's a terrific fighter. When he gets his head and his heart and his physique together, he could be a brilliant fighter. But how do you define the fanboy? To me, it's always, if Fury insults others, if he berates others, if he genuinely shows contempt for others, that's fine. That's just Tyson Fury. If you show the mildest modicum of criticism, even if it's constructive criticism, suddenly you're a hater. You know, anyone with that type of double standard, you know, you're talking someone dumber than concrete. Come on. But anyway, I just thought I'd make that point. Leave your comments below as always. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that like button. Let's get them figures up and, yeah, you know, spread the word. And yeah, it's good that the weekend's here. Don't forget we got a fight. We got a card tonight. Tonight being Friday, November the 24th. It's on TNT Sports. It's from the York Hall. Go watch that, and I'll do a couple of videos maybe. But yeah, meantime, take care of yourself. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.